What do we not? It's always, we say, well, there's what we don't know and what we don't know. What do you see in the next 2, 3, 4 months that we're not anticipating for crypto? I mean, it could be China, it could be more companies adopting it, more fintech moves. What do you think's going to happen that's going to dictate the movement? Where do you think we'll be in 3, 6 months?
So not to sound like the ever bullish guy that I sometimes am accused of being, but I literally see a scenario where we take out the highs in Bitcoin and we have one of these parabolic moves in all of crypto going into the fourth quarter. A little bit, it's like when you go to the Kentucky Derby, the horse that turns the corner at the end always runs the fastest. In investing, in hedge fund investing, and remember, my 12 years of running the macro fund, the assets that are ahead in the fourth quarter usually have great finishes because everyone piles on and pushes the valuations higher. And I see that happening right now. I see this confluence event where the surprise will be, oh my goodness, how do we get to 80,000? How do we get to 100,000? How do we get to 5,000 in Ethereum? That will be the surprise. We've pushed a lot to the downside. We've thrown China, we've thrown regulation, and the market continues to hold, and it's holding because just new money coming in. There was $17 billion of new venture capital that went in the first half of the year. It's just a tremendous inflow of both talent and money.
Does gold go along for the ride, or is it displaced by this?
I think gold is getting displaced quietly. Gold was $1,750 when Bitcoin got launched, and it's $1,750 today. And so early in the year, I had a decent portion of my PA in gold, and I finally just kind of gave up on it. I think people that were buying gold are buying Bitcoin. And, we're still only 12% of gold. Maybe my math's off by 1% or 2. And so I think there's a long way in this replacement trade.
It's just interesting if you view it differently. And I think you could read 1,000 pages on what money is, but you do get to the notion that it's a ledger. And what you really need is something that represents that ledger. And gold represented it well because it was immutable and scarce and pretty and in jewelry. It represented it for a long time. But you get a lot of those same attributes with Bitcoin, and some of them even better, because you can't obviously send gold across borders, through space. So it is,
So the last thing I'd say is what people forget in the U.S., right? People watch your show in the U.S. and it's mostly U.S. stocks. Crypto is global. It's the first global asset class we've really had, where it's more important to people in Nigeria than it is to people in the United States. But it's almost all over the world. People are having these conversations, and I was remembered that this morning when I logged into 4,000 people in London.